Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one right here is for Schitt's Creek Season 4, Episode number 8. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It only helps the algorithm. And we like it. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. A couple comments from the last episode, starting with executive producer Jazzaguy, who says, "Oh man, this episode is a real emotional bump in the Schitt's Creek story. Up to this point, probably most of us think of Patrick as an almost perfect person, and here we discover that he has his faults. Like all of us, he avoids awkward conversations, not just with David, because really in 4 months, he could have found a moment to tell David his own history and how it didn't matter now, but probably also with Rachel. If he told her everything when she kept texting him, he could have made it clear there was no chance of getting back together. So this is where we find ourselves, and I can't wait for you to continue to the next episode. I have to add a word for Johnny Rose, the grill master. If that means watching your private chef handle a rich people's high-end setup. Once again, he's helpless with even this level of technology."
Yeah.
Alright, executive producer Jojo says, "Relationships are never perfect and always have things to work through. This show really does sneak up on you. My favorite touch in this episode is actually that David says that what Patrick says is the best thing he's ever heard outside of the Downton Christmas special, and at the very end, the audio to what he's watching is a really dramatic romantic moment from a Downton Christmas episode. It's so fun to go on this show's journey again with you guys." Katie comes through to say, back in episode 2 of this season when they met David's ex in Stevie's apartment, David actually asked about Patrick's past relationships, but Patrick deflected the topic. I never caught that the first time, but in watching it back and knowing what happens, I wonder if that was clever foreshadowing or just a coincidence.
Yeah.
I feel like it was definitely foreshadowing.
Yeah, definitely.
Last comments from Courtney, who says, "Fun facts. Stacey Farber, who plays Rachel, is one of Dan's close friends, and he wrote the part for her. Also, during his appearance on Whitney Cummings' podcast, he mentioned that Stacey was the one to recommend Noah for the role of Patrick. The Canadian acting pool seems so small, and I love that. Very cool. Great insight." All right, let's jump into episode
8
right now.
Alexis, do you mind telling your phone to fuck off?
Aww.
What's bumpkin?
What? Nothing. Give me that.
Oh my god, is this a dating app?
It's an online social hub for rural singles, if you must know, David. It's on Twyla.
Well, why does it say, "Alexis, you have a new match"?
Research. I was testing the water for her, David. Poor thing's clueless.
Well, Miguel says hi. Why is he shirtless with an armful of puppies?
Oh my god, we matched?
His nipples are out.
Ted can't know about this, David. Miguel's the only other vet in town, and they have this, dumb rivalry.
When has that ever stopped you? I remember that summer you dated all 3 Hanson brothers.
This
Oh my
is
God.
different. I don't need backstage passes to the Teen Choice Awards.
How did you even match with Miguel in the first place?
Swiped right, obviously. Look at him, David. I didn't actually expect we'd match.
You didn't expect to match.
Okay, fine, I did, but I just wanted to see what would happen. He's the only attractive person on here, David. What did you want me to do?
Well, then go on a date with him.
I can't.
Fine, then don't.
Okay, but I want to, David.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, Alexis, I am suffering romantically right now. And there was a minute when I thought I would never have to look at another dating app, and here you are shoving bumpkins in my face.
Bumpkins.
Bumpkin with a wink emoji.
Bumpkin.
He messaged me again. He actually sounds kind of chill, David.
What did he say?
Sup?
So.
Okay.
This is really...
It's trying to make herself heavy.
What kind of spa is it, and will there be treatments?
You're a monster. Miguel looks so strong holding all those puppies. Maybe I should get into online dating.
Oh, I'm not into online dating. I'm just showing David how it works.
So when do you see him?
Oh, wow. No. I don't think that would actually be a good idea. In fact, I might have to cancel on him tonight.
So you are seeing him?
Technically, yes. But, he and Ted have this thing.
Oh, and Ted asked you not to see him.
No, he doesn't know.
Sorry, so what's the problem? I mean, Ted's not going on a date with him.
Yeah, I guess there isn't really anything standing in the way.
So there you go.
It's just that I used to date Ted, and now I'm going to be dating this guy to hydrate and reflect.
Wow. I mean, yeah. I don't think I can do this.
Okay, just to be clear, I couldn't do this first.
No, it's not how it works.
So I guess I'm paying for the champagne then?
And so, he says to the cop, well, if it was mine, I wouldn't have put it in my mouth.
Oh, Veronica, once again, you reign supreme.
About your history, your family, and I'm still here.
Oh, Stevie's coming through.
I think you're my best friend.
Yeah.
You think?
Well, I can't know for sure, because I'm realizing now that I don't think I've ever really had one.
Oh.
Okay, well, if we're being honest,
Me neither.
I don't think I've ever had one either.
Right.
This would be a really sweet moment if what we had just admitted to each other wasn't so sad.
It wasn't so sad.
When you were in the bathroom, I finished the rest of the lover's curry.
Why did you do that?
Okay, you'll be sleeping in the bathtub tonight.
That's
I
fair.
understand.
That's fair.
Why would you finish it?
Well, honey, I don't think you should let
It must
one
be good
embarrassing
there.
encounter color your experience on Bumper.
Bumpkin. So you upload your photo and the bumpkin sends it to local singles.
It's not called the bumpkin.
Okay.
The
Here's
Facebook.
one. Isaac, 31, works on his family's farm. Certainly loves to take pictures of himself in waterfalls. Though harvesting crops does produce a nicely sculpted physique.
Looking for a hookup. Well, that sounds promising, Alexis. He's open to hooking up for dinner or drinks.
That's not what that means.
Okay, moving on to Jazzaguy.
Oh, stop!
Comes from a large family. Oh, not my kids. That's a step in the right direction, Alexis.
Scroll down, Moira.
Okay. All my wives.
All right, which way do you swipe to get rid of this one?
Okay, give me my...
Oh, Alexis, look, you've just bumpkined with Jebediah.
Ew!
Oh, and now we're back to Ray.
Oh.
Ew!
How did Ray get such a beautiful bathroom?
Get your parents on there.
Look, he's ready to hook up. You can hook up for dinner.
All right, that was episode 8 of Schitt's Creek, and another wonderful episode, man. Shout out to Johnny Rose out there, man. He did look. This was his time right here. I'm glad he had some fun, some appreciation, some happiness, something that made him feel whole. Only to find out that Maura doesn't want you to don't want you to be mixing with what she got going on daily over there. Okay, that can be understandable, but damn, let the man have a little bit of damn. He been scrubbing rooms every day, trying to get the family back on point what it was. Just give him a little bit of that. So I mean, I felt some type of way about that, but I totally understand from her perspective on there. She wasn't rude about it, so at least that was all good. Alexis is just a hopeless romantic right now, so I don't know what we're going to do with her, but we'll see how it goes. I like when she was doing her business thing. Maybe she just focus on that and then just see how it goes. And then, of course, David and them, yeah, it's just 1 or 2 episodes probably is good enough for him to be sobbing like that, but I think the next one he might have to talk to Patrick and see if we can patch this thing back up. But I had a great time with this episode, and that was a good opening up for David and
Patrick.
No, Sam.
Stevie,
yeah. And so they're best friends now, which we've seen that already, and I'm glad they acknowledged that because that's just sweet. So, great episode. Can't wait to see another one.
So I think Alexis, her acting in this episode was incredible. The whole, knee-jerk reaction to Miguel being like, I can't do this, and her frustration because she was like, she wants to be the one that essentially recognized that it was wrong first, but you played your cards all wrong. You had all the information, Miguel didn't, so you're in the blame at this point. But I'm wondering if that's going to get back to Ted and how he reacts to it. I don't know if it will because it didn't really go anywhere, but potentially Ted could find out, and we'll see how he reacts to that. So, but she was adorable this episode. I love the end with her parents. That felt so much like a family dynamic, the parents going through, and I love Johnny being like, how do we get rid of this guy? So I thought all of that was super cute. I liked seeing Johnny with the jazz gals. I thought that was really sweet, him showing up for Moira in that way, and I feel like Moira was validated too. For one, it allowed her to recognize that she does appreciate them and she appreciates the time that she has, which she didn't recognize that she did. And everybody needs me time, and this is essentially her time to be with the girls and like connect in a way that she can outside of her family dynamic. And I think Johnny was super supportive of that. Like, I think he recognized that too. He just wanted to make sure that he was putting her first too and not following some of the same trends that they were doing before in the previous businesses. So I thought that was sweet too. But yeah, everything about the Stevie and David part was just like so adorable, and I'm glad we finally had this moment. It's been, 4 seasons building up to them admitting what type of friendship they have. And I love the fact that they're both on this. It was just very sweet. And all these relationship and dynamics, the fact that they write them so well with these really endearing moments, it just speaks to the writers. So I love that so much. That was my favorite aspect of the entire episode. And it might be sad, but it was sweet. It was a sweet reveal, and I'm so glad they actually vocalized it. So, and it's good to know that Patrick and David are communicating. We haven't seen what that communication looks like, but obviously they are texting, so it's not just like they're not talking at all. But can't wait for the next episode because I feel like Patrick will be back and we can patch this up, as you said. So, great episode. Cannot wait for the next one.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Schitt's Creek Season 4, Episode number 8. And until next time, people, peace.